Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people, won't you listen to me? Do you know what that's from?
Rent?
Rent? Dude, Unk. No way you just said that.
I have no idea what it's from.
Spongebob.
Okay.
I just had a sandwich. No ordinary sandwich. A sandwich filled with jellyfish jelly.
You would have said that, I would have known what it was from.
There we go. That's classic SpongeBob right there. Welcome back to Blue Blooded. I feel like Eye on College Basketball. We sometimes talk about Greek mythology, SpongeBob, and World Cup soccer.
Yeah.
Even though we're a college basketball podcast. I am repping the NEBRASKETBALL jersey today. Have you noticed?
I've noticed, Ryan.
I have no choice.
Yeah.
They're a friend of the program, and we have other 3 new jerseys that I'll get to, and another jersey with significance for current times. So I needed to find a way to get this on the episode, so I just put it on my chest.
Honestly, it looks really good on you, Ryan.
You think so?
Yeah.
And they have a spot open. Me, Rink Most, Price Sanford, Little Hoiberg, Jamarcus Lawrence lineup.
No, I don't think you're good enough.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Yeah, they're good.
Gotta give it to them. We're going to have a great episode today. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff from the week, including NEBRASKETBALL and their streak of wins after beating Illinois. We'll talk about Jimmy V Classic, Arkansas, Texas Tech, a bunch of other games. And then we will also do Panic Meter and what's it called? Excitement scale. But I do want to bring up the jerseys again. Behind me, we have 2 new ones. These are so nice. South Florida women's basketball, I want to say. Women's basketball team sent this.
I didn't know that.
Super nice. They got the alternate with the like ivory with the pinstripes. Oklahoma State behind me, friend of the program. Shout out to the managers for helping out getting this one. Bright orange. Love this one.
Sick.
You have a new one, New Mexico State behind you.
Okay.
And then we have an NC State soccer jersey because as of posting this on December 15th, Monday, they are playing in the national championship, soccer national championship.
We may or may not have accidentally walked into their facility.
Yes, and we were talking to the equipment guys. I said how much of a soccer fan I was. We talked about it. Their team's amazing. Brought over a jersey. This was back in August?
Yeah, August.
So shout out to the Wolfpack going for national championship. That is awesome. They're technically a friend of the program also, so I guess I'm rooting for them over Washington.
Sure.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, a lot of new jerseys, and we have to put NEBRASKETBALL on in some capacity. Let's get on with it. All right, news and notes around the nation. First thing, definitely Darryn Peterson. Injured again. I actually don't know what the significance of it was. I haven't seen. It looked like another muscle strain. He went out in the game late in the second half against NC State in Raleigh. They ended up winning the game because Melvin Council had a career day like he was Michael Jordan. He looked great, but not good. Darryn Peterson, wow, I just saw something that there's talk about him being shut down due to the lingering hamstring issue.
Wow.
That is really not good. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it's funny.
that.
I saw a tweet, and we'll get to that game in a little bit against NC State, about like, oh my God, Kansas is doing all this really without Darryn Peterson. They've, all these wins that they've been rolling off, and that's great, but it completely caps their ceiling and ability to win.
If he's not going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they, like I've said before, and we talked about how like their other guys stepping up is great because when Darryn comes back, your team is more complete and balanced. Great for Melvin Council. It's awesome. But a Melvin Council-led team is not going to contend for Final Four national championship status.
It's not.
They're just not, even though I do love my boy Melvin, and they have looked good and beaten good teams. It's not good. Knowing the minimal things that I know about Darryn and how Kansas and Bill Self, they run things, if he can play, he's going to play, I still think, especially because they keep winning and they're good. I do think that if he's not playing late into January, then it's going to be like, okay, he's probably not going to play this year. I don't like it. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's really bad. But like ultimately, you know what his end goal is, and
it's the second or third time he's injured.
I know,
already.
and he's going to want to stay healthy for the NBA draft. So
yeah, it's really interesting. It's interesting. Like I very much understand the players' side of it. There were moments in the past of players like Shaden Sharp who just kind of like could return, but or could play at all, and was kind of just like I'm just not going to. And different because he played at first. He's looked great when he's played. The teams look good. Like they need him.
Yeah.
So monitor Darryn Peterson, obviously, at all costs. As they head into Big 12 play, the other thing I brought up was not really new. I guess it kind of is news. I just wanted to see if you can guess them also. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams in the country right now that have more than one quad 1A win on the net ranking. I want to see if you can name the 7 of them that they are, if you think about it. Think about the resumes. You only need 2 to be on here.
Michigan.
Nope.
Arizona.
Yes, they have 3. They're 3-0 in Quad 1A games. Crazy. Quad 1A is like the cream of the crop. Michigan has only really played Gonzaga as only Quad 1A, I think so.
Arizona. UConn?
UConn 4-1, number 1 in the country. They've played 5 Quad 1A games.
How many do you say there are?
There are 7 teams total.
Okay.
No one's played more than 5. Actually, one other team has, but they're 4-1 in Quad 1A games. That's crazy.
BYU?
No.
Iowa State?
Iowa State 2-0. UConn, you said Arizona and Iowa State are on there. Other one is undefeated right now. Big time, top 4 team.
Duke.
Duke is 3-0. One of them, I went to a game, they lost.
Yeah, Purdue.
Purdue is 2-1. And then, I'll just tell you, Arkansas and Alabama. I don't want to spend too much time on
I would have gotten to Arkansas, Alabama. I probably would have missed.
Yeah. Interesting, though, to see Arkansas in that group.
Yeah.
They have played 4 of those games also, where they have. We know Alabama's schedule is crazy, UConn, et cetera, but the fact that Arkansas with 2 Quad 1A games, Texas Tech is like on the fringe of that, I think, but it's on the road. So.
What about Florida? No, how many did they play?
How many have they played? Probably 4 or something like that, but they've lost all of them.
Duke, UConn.
Right, or 3. There you go. So, very interesting thing to consider. I think teams that are battle tested earlier on against great teams. This is why Alabama and UConn play these schedules, to prepare themselves for their conference, but to prepare themselves more for March. So, something to monitor, the teams that win early and win versus great teams. Not a knock against Michigan or whoever, because like Michigan's been kicking the shit out of everybody. But something to monitor. That's all. This week's home court advantage presented by Home Field. I'm going to let you take it away. It brings us nowhere because we're already in New Jersey.
We stay in the great state of New Jersey for the Garden State Hardwood Classic, Ryan. Seton Hall Pirates.
Ooh.
Our guy Shaheen Holloway. Seton Hall moved to 10-1, looking really good in Big East play. Ryan, this is the 9th straight. I'm just making sure I get this right. The 9th straight sellout for this rivalry series between Seton Hall and Rutgers.
That's great.
At The Rock.
That's awesome. The fans were bumping there. The environment was better than I've ever seen a Seton Hall game in the last 3 years I've been to. Since Miles Powell.
Look, Seton Hall fans, when they show up, they're loud and they're annoying in a good way. They get on the other team. They're like what you want to be at as a New Jersey fan base.
Okay, that's fair.
And I like it.
Yeah, and you know what? It's tough for them because The Rock, the Prudential Center in Newark, is not close to campus.
It is not set up for college basketball.
It's at least a 10-minute, if not a 15, 20-minute ride with all the traffic and getting actually to the stadium. It is accessible through trains and stuff for local fans and all. They haven't had a great environment. They don't sell the top out at all. Maybe they will at some point. It's sad. It's sad, but they're bringing it back. And obviously, they have 10 wins. Last year, they had like 7 wins.
It's going to be a really tough place to play in conference play this year.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that, especially because they look like they can make the tournament if they do well in Big East play. And they've looked relatively good, like they can be that team. I love that New Jersey Hoops is going to have some kind of mantra back a little bit, you know?
You also have some really good swag from Home Field.
I have a sick bomber jacket.
A Seton Hall one.
Should have put it on for this, yeah.
I didn't even think. Well, Ryan, this is an off-the-cuff podcast. We don't plan these things sometimes.
I didn't know it was going to be Seton Hall until about a minute ago.
Yeah, we just figured it out.
So, shout out Seton Hall, shout out New Jersey. I'm very excited for them. Go Pirates. Go Pirates. All right, a lot of games to go through from the week. Don't really have a narrative on them. I kind of just want to bring up a few of them, talk about them, and go from there and hear our thoughts, and then we'll get to the other segments if that's cool with you.
Cool with me, Ryan.
Let's start with NEBRASKETBALL.
I mean,
come on now.
What is there to say?
They are legit and they're awesome.
Price Sanford was almost up at halftime.
He was up. He had 27 in the first 16 minutes, and he was up.
Yeah.
Illinois hit a run to tie it up at halftime, but dude, his release is insanely quick, and it's kind of wonky. You don't even think it's going to release it. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
but
they look awesome.
Nebraska, dude, it is awesome. See, it's so much fun. It's so easy to enjoy them because they're so much fun. The style they play is great, and I think it's more like they shouldn't be good at all. Look at their roster, even watch them warm up, whatever. Like, they should not be that good at all, but they are. Fred Hoiberg is a great coach. I love him. He's awesome. He is Nebraska to me. NEBRASKETBALL, the Cornhuskers. But it's more so that, like, the actions they have offensively are super intentional. They're very, very decisive with the ball, I've noticed, as a team. Like, they're very, very good with it. They move the rock around a lot. They have guys who can light it up. Rink Moss has been great this year. Price Sanford obviously had an incredible game this game. Right now they're up to number 21 on KenPom. They shoot over 50% three-point rate. Like I mentioned before about being decisive, their entire team on the ball never stops when it gets somewhere. When you watch stars, I said this about AJ DeBanza the other day, the ball stops when it gets to him. And I understand why at times, but the ball stops. 63% assist percentage, and they have the 6th best assist-to-turnover ratio in the entire country. They are so much fun to watch. Everything is smooth. The offense is good. They've been pretty good defensively, and now they've proved it. They beat the shit out of Wisconsin, and they won at Illinois. Even if they're not going to be this amazing top 15, 20 team all year, they have to be right now. They have to be.
They are right now, and one of the fascinating things about them is they really play like 5 guys.
Yeah, they don't go deep.
They have a couple guys who play 10-plus minutes off the bench, but it's the 5 starters. Also, I think you may have just thrown some shade at the Midwest because
What?
Fred Hoiberg played basketball for the Bulls and went to Iowa State, and you called him the most Nebraska person you could think of.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I just see him, and I also know that he's the coach of Nebraska.
I'm just saying. I'm just a little bit of Midwest shade in there, man.
He went to Iowa State, you said?
He went to Iowa State.
Shit, my bad.
He went to Iowa State. So
he's a Nebraska guy.
Potato. I know we're going to have them again on the excitement meter last week. I had them as an 8 last week. You had them as a 4.
It won't be a 4 again. It'll be a little higher than that.
Yep. They look really good. And I think for the last 4 or 5 years, it's always like, ooh, is Nebraska? Ooh, is Nebraska? I think this is probably where this is it.
That's a great way to put it is, oh, this might be it. Oh, no, probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, this might be. Every year they have not been this good.
No.
But it's always like this. It feels like this. They beat really bad teams. They beat some lower-level power conference teams.
Yeah.
So you don't know if those power conference teams are really bad yet until they're bad in conference.
Yeah.
So right now it's like, great, their schedule has been amazing. They've beaten Oklahoma, New Mexico, K-State, Creighton, even Wisconsin looks dead in the water. Without the Illinois one, you're kind of like, they're good, but are they good? But the Illinois one obviously kind of confirms that a little more.
Yeah.
The last few years, last time they were in the tournament was 2024, and then before that, 2014. Nebraska, who's been a team, a program, what I can get back on B-Ball reference, it's really since like 18 something, but the tournament in 1939, I think it technically started. Oh, yeah, it goes back to 1896 is when the Nebraska program started.
Hell yeah.
They've been a team forever.
Go Big Red.
Forever. They have never won an NCAA tournament game.
Ever.
Ever.
I also saw something on Twitter. I'm going to make sure I get this right. This was Nebraska's first ranked win against a ranked team since 1991.
Dude, this could be the year then for them.
Yeah.
If I had to say right now to you, do they win an NCAA tournament game? What do you say? And
Yeah.
don't just say it off. I love
Yes.
them. Okay.
Yes, they're difficult to guard. One of the most important things about this game is they completely took away Illinois' size. Ivasic and Mirkovic scored 7 points together.
And Brad Underwood said that like Mirkovic didn't play a lot towards the end because it was just plus-minus thing.
Yep.
So, I lean yes also. I would say yes as of right now because they've been so good. And like at this rate, with their lack of non-con quality in their resume, they'll probably be a high win, like 6 seed or something like that, is my guess. As of right now on this track.
The Big Ten will always be a slog. And
yeah.
You said it last week, they're going to lose some game that they have no business
They'll lose
losing.
to Northwestern or something like that.
Yeah.
And but they won't beat like a Purdue, I don't think, or a Michigan State.
Why not? At home?
I still think they will.
At Pinnacle?
Pinnacle Bank, PBA.
PBA, baby.
Anyways, they're fun. They're really good. It's so fun to watch them.
Yep.
There's not an ounce of hatred out there for Nebraska ball outside of Creighton fans.
Yeah. Quick Illinois thoughts.
Yeah,
It was a close game.
I do want to say this: like Illinois felt like a weird team to me. There are people like our good friend G Wizzy, Greg Waddell at Sleepers, who are like, oh yeah, they can win the national title, and they're a Final Four team for me. I understand that vision, and when they're on, I see that. They're way too inconsistent for me, and their interior defense is terrible. It was Swiss cheese in this game. Every time Nebraska broke the first plane of pressure, they immediately draw guys out of their respective assignment, and then they just dish off, cutter, slide. Like a team like Nebraska that is older, they have a lot of experienced guys, especially that have played together, and they're just smart offensively and they're unselfish, is going to pick that apart all day long. You're not going to be able to get to a Final Four without facing one team like that.
Yep.
So
you and I talked last week about Arkansas and how when they play organized, consistent teams, they have trouble. Illinois is the same way.
They're similar, yeah. Yeah, I guess the thing is organized offensively is the big thing for them.
Yes.
Because Arkansas is the opposite for defensively. But nonetheless, we love Nebraska, don't we?
Yes,
We love
we do.
Nebraska. Let's go to the Jimmy V Classic. Let's go backwards in the week. We had Clemson, BYU, and UConn, Florida. I was in the building for both of them. Robert Wright, the third. Frothra.
I mean,
Thoughts on that game? Let's start with BYU.
I continue to remain impressed by BYU in these. They had no business coming back in that game.
They were down 20 at half.
They were down 20 at half, and
Something
even
like that?
and they just flipped the switch immediately to Bance. Or what I know you said the ball stops on him, but it stops on him for a reason.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
He's like throwing down highlight dunks in Madison Square Garden.
He's been insane.
Yeah, they were really good. So I remain impressed by them. Wish they weren't down by 20 at half. They have those lapses sometimes. Yeah.
You're making me
Yeah.
tired. Oh my God! Sorry.
Sorry about that. Richie Saunders wasn't even that good.
No.
But I mean, yeah. What do you have additional thoughts on outside of BYU's good?
AJ DeBance's last two games: 26, 8, and 7, with 2 turnovers, and then 28, 9, and 6
Yeah.
with 3 total turnovers. He's shooting the ball at a very, very high rate. 53 and 65% from the field. He's been amazing. These have been the 2 best games. The Clemson game in MSG, bright lights. You're losing. You're a top team. You have expectations. That was the AJ DeBance game. He took over.
Yep.
He took over, and that's what AJ DeBance is there for. Clemson is good. They're underratedly good. They did this against Alabama too. They won up by 20.
It's every year with them.
Right. They're always just good, and no one really cares about them that much. They are definitely good, but BYU cannot go down 20 to anybody. They did it against UConn. But the thing I have said about them is that I love their resilience. They are a younger, more inexperienced team. They have an inexperienced coach who wasn't even a college coach.
Yeah.
They have high expectations and top talent. And that team, in all ways, points to not being great early in the season.
Yep.
And potentially having a lower floor than a lot of other teams. The last thing that you expect of a team like that is to be really good defensively and to be resilient and battle back and face adversity head on right away. They've done that twice now against UConn when they lost at TD Garden, but they tied that game up with like 2 minutes left, and they played phenomenally in the second half. And the same against Clemson and MSG on the big stage. So I have no doubt in my mind that they have the defense and resilience and grit and work ethic that they need to get to a Final Four, maybe beyond. Now, there are a lot of other great teams in the country, and it gets me thinking right away, can they win a national championship? Like your gut, I tell you BYU wins the national championship. What does your gut say?
Yes, I've been on this the whole time. I think they can. I'm not saying they will, but
Yeah.
like you're saying, I'm happy they're getting this out of their system now. Their first 4 Big 12 games, by the way, are Kansas State, Arizona State, Utah, TCU.
Right, so they should
They're
go
going to be ready to go by the middle of that conference.
January 17th, they go to Lubbock for Texas Tech.
Yeah.
They should be 16-1 when they go there if
Yeah.
they handle all business, which well, they might not.
Ryan, I'd be very surprised if they weren't.
Right, so 16-1, not having played an elite schedule, but the efficiencies are there, the analytical profile is there, they're battle tested in
Their
a way.
talent is there.
Well, and then if they go past that, then it's like if they're 17-1 and they win at Lubbock,
Yeah.
that gets to a point where like, oh, they're trying to get a 1 seed.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're trying to get. My 2 issues for them are depth for sure.
Yep.
Because they go their 3 guys. They go Rob Wright, AJ DeBancer, Richie Saunders,
Don't forget Cato.
Keba Keita.
Yep.
Production-wise, it won't jump off the box score at all, but he's obviously their 4th guy. Beyond that, I mean, they're one of the lowest bench production teams in the entire country, and that's a problem. We've seen teams like Iowa State last year, that guy gets hurt, they're screwed for March. Like
Maryland last year.
who got hurt last year?
Maryland played 5 guys all year.
Oh, I thought you missed someone got hurt.
Oh, I'm just saying no
My bad.
bench. Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
and that was the worry.
I agree.
That they didn't get lucky that no one got hurt. Like they just didn't get hurt. Like it's more people don't get hurt than do get hurt. That's basic math right there.
You know what, Ryan?
But
This is a stats podcast.
that's an analytic right there. That's actually facts too. Nobody talks about that. When people talk about thin teams, they say what I say.
Yeah.
If someone gets hurt, because guys always get hurt, why does it have to be one of those 4?
Guys always don't get hurt, too.
And 4 out of thousands of players in the country, it's got to be one of them. Still, it's obviously a concern. My other concern with them is coaching, not because I don't think Kevin Young is awesome, but Kevin Young, again, year 2 as a college basketball head coach, he doesn't have a defensive background either, which you need to win championships. It's the truth in college basketball. That worries me, and there's a reason that experienced coaches always do better in March and why they always win a national championship. I do also know that the sport has changed. Todd Golden won in, his 6th year or something like that total, or something really small like that. Like, things change. Things change over time. It just worries me. Depth, coaching, and experience. Can they win a national championship? I'm trying to get there.
Coach Young, I'm not worried, Coach Young.
I'm on a 49% yes, 51% no.
They were one of my Final Four picks before the season started.
Final Four, without a doubt. Anyone go to the Final Four. And they're amazing. They're so good.
You already know my take. If
Yeah.
you can make it to the Final Four, why can't you win the whole thing?
And you know what? And man, you're talking me into it. And the biggest thing for me is also his draft talent. Not the biggest thing, but people always talk about that. There's historical proof of you have to have a guy drafted in the first round to win a national championship.
Interesting.
Essentially.
They might have one.
Now, a lot of times guys get drafted off of tourney runs. Like
Right.
Jordan Hawkins on UConn wasn't a lottery guy the entire year. Like it took a run to help him out. They obviously have a top, maybe one pick. So that's not a doubt at all. They have some other NBA talent too. They're really good. I love them. They're super fun to watch. So I'm happy for them. And I still want to go to the Marriott Center this year. I'm trying to make it work.
Yeah.
So, and the second game in the Jimmy V Classic was UConn over Florida. Great game.
Yeah, really
One of the
good.
better games of the year.
Yep. High-level basketball.
High level ball, UConn. Shocker, one of the best, probably the best team in the country. I will go out there and say it, not looking at any statistics. They're the best team in the country in the last 5 minutes of a game, except for
I
the
believe
Arizona
you.
game.
I thought this was going to be a Madison Square Garden comment.
I got to be honest. I've been to now a St. John's home games 2 or 3 times in the last 2 years, and I've been to about 4 different UConn games
It's
there.
not even close.
The UConn fans run that building. I'm just gonna be honest.
It's a
They do.
very different vibe with UConn fans and St. John's fans.
Right, and even in UConn fans, there were 4 fan bases buying tickets. I know that it's mostly UConn fans buying tickets. The BYU fans, there were a ton of them in that building beforehand. Small sprinkle of Clemson. But then you get into that game. There were also a lot of Florida fans. Florida and New Jersey has a big connection in New York. A lot of Florida fans. 3 other fan bases. Somehow UConn packs it in no matter what. It is Store South.
Yep.
100%. Not even a question.
They always do.
Them as a basketball team, also good.
Oh, not bad. They have a good coach too, I heard.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yep.
I was actually like, I
You
was
got a
basically
great picture.
courtside.
You got a great picture of him.
I was basically courtside, like diagonal from him, and I was like right across from Todd Golden. And I just like the game would go on, and I would just watch him.
Yeah.
And it's so funny.
That was like me in Vegas with Otzelberger.
Yeah, but I love it because he really is a true sicko. If you don't appreciate Danny Hurley, if you have a good camera angle or you're at the game, just watch him for like 5 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Even against anybody, he does it against everybody. The way that he's like a legit conductor and like one of those overpowering in a good way coaches in the youth rec basketball who's on the court, like pointing at guys. Solo ball walks over to him and he grabs him. He's like, over there. Go over there.
Do you think that Danny Hurley has the most steps on a court per game by a head coach?
No, Shaka Smart. He's
He's over
sprinting
the line.
everywhere.
Okay.
That dude sprints
Fine.
everywhere.
Okay, he's a close second then.
Yeah, it might be.
Danny Hurley might as well take the tip.
Shaheen Holloway. There are guys. Yeah, but no, the guys that are in quarter zips are doing that for a reason.
There you go. Oh, okay.
The more athletic build
Right.
quarter
Like
zip guys.
Buzz Williams is standing there in his suit.
He's
and
not
tie.
moving.
Yeah, okay. That's
Shaheen
fair.
Holloway might dive on the floor. Shaka Smart has literally last year in Maui, he was literally defending somebody. I swear to God.
I remember this. Like, havoc defense, Shaka Smart in the
I'm
trap.
watching. The ball was right there. I'm like, this can't be allowed.
Yeah, you
and the
should-
refs did not care.
I think I could see Danny Hurley trying to trap a guy in the corner.
Put a quarter zip on him, he would.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
even
he
the suit. But he's a great coach. They were awesome. Was it you who said it? No, Greg Waddell is getting a lot of sleepers are getting a lot of credit here.
Oh my goodness.
I did a podcast with him last week. He said we were talking about title contenders. He said the one issue with UConn he has is he goes around he looks at every historical national champion, all the recent national champions. He says, yep, that guy was their best player. That makes sense. He says he gets to UConn, he sees Solo Ball and Alex Caravan, and he doesn't see it.
Like he can't pick one?
Or
doesn't
that's
think
the
that
problem.
they're good enough.
He can't say like, yeah, national championship, people are going to be like, thank God they had this guy. And he was the best player on the court, 25 points, like stuff like that.
You know, it's interesting because before the season started, you and I sat here and you said, you didn't say UConn was the best team, but you said, I can't find their flaw.
I still can't.
Except
for that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Is that a good take you're saying I had?
It wasn't your take. It was Greg's take.
Oh, the what he said.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. True though.
No, I mean, but I think that's a valid thing to say.
No, it's definitely a good point. I said to him, if they win a national championship, it'll be Solo Ball. Like he's the nuclear
It
scorer.
will have to be Solo Ball.
I also do want to point out it won't be him. Braylon Mullins is that dude. I love Braylon Mullins.
He's been good.
And he's getting into the swing of things more and more. Again, he won't be their best player where he outscores Solo Ball and Caravan in both Final Four games. But it's a great point. They don't have a Walter Clayton, one of these generational closers. And at some point you need that. But also like the UConn teams that won in 23 and 4, they didn't really have that either to a max. But they also were like so good where it didn't matter. You know what I mean?
It didn't matter.
But I don't know. Solo ball I think would end up being the guy. On the Florida side, where are your concerns at personally? Because we talked about it last week, I think a little bit. They are still 13th in KenPom. They're 6-4. They've lost to Arizona, obviously TCU on a neutral site, and then Duke and UConn.
I'll start by saying your guy Xavier looking a little bit more comfortable.
He was amazing the last two games.
He's certainly not perfect, and he's still settling in. He's He's still missing way too many shots. They had a somewhat close call against GW, but he scored 24 points.
He was great that game.
He was really good. My concerns are still guard play.
Boogie Flan has not been good either.
No,
that's
honestly,
what I mean. Like people
Sorry.
are focused on Xavier as they should be. He's one of the. It's both of them. Boogie has been no bueno. I will say so. Xavier in these last two games, GW he had 24, 6, and 4, and he shot very, 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 very well. 50-40 splits, and then he had against UConn. He had 19, 6, and 5, 2 steals.
Did not shoot the ball well.
It looks like that on paper, but like they were chasing the game a little bit. He was shooting like 80% of the field in the first half. It felt like he also had 0 turnovers that game.
Yeah.
The playmaking flash was there. He was just very calm, and an MSG of all places, which is wild. But Boogie Fland as well. These stat lines are not going to be pretty. I'm not going to lie to you. Against UConn, he had 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, only 1 turnover, shot 2 of 5. Like he did nothing. He was a role player. And then against GW, he had 12 and 5 assists, 2 turnovers. He actually played pretty well in that game.
I mean the Bigs are as good as advertised.
Thomas Hawk's amazing.
Thomas Hawk's amazing. Chinyalu's a beast on the boards.
I didn't learn anything new about this team in this last week. I want to ask you.
No, my answer remains the same. The guard play really concerns me.
Yes, I still think the flash is there. I think they need more from a guy like, I don't know, Ingram off the bench or Herb Klavchar. Like, they need something like that because
who's the kid that transferred from last year? Denzel
Aberdeen went to Kentucky.
They could use a guy like that.
They could really use. I know. Well, they didn't want to lose him, and
I know.
I don't know why he left anyway. But
that's the type of player who plays really hard, who's scrappy enough, who can kind of do a bunch of things.
No, dude, they're missing Elijah Martin is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I said that since the beginning of their first couple losses. Obviously, they don't have Walter Clayton. They're never going to have another Walter Clayton.
Yeah.
But they don't have an Elijah Martin, and you can find guys like that. Like that's what they need.
Yeah.
We will talk about Arkansas. They don't have a Billy Richmond.
Okay.
That's my dog right there. They need guys like that too.
You know what? Dog's a great word for him.
They need dog. He's a hog.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, those teams will play later in the year.
Yeah.
I'm not super worried about Florida. When Alabama went to the Final Four a few years ago, they started off the year 6-5 because they were playing such a tough schedule. Now I think there's a difference because Florida has looked kind of alarming at times.
Yep.
Whereas that Alabama team, I remember being like, I know they're good. You know they're good. And they turned it around. They ended up getting to, I think, a 4 seed and going to the Final Four. It was just results. But it feels like that now. They looked much better against UConn. They're resilient. The front court is really good. It felt like they were going to win that game at one point. They're playing with a little more confidence. They have a few really easy games before they play Mizzou, Georgia into SEC play. So if they can get things going and get to like 10-4, 11-4 as they go to play Tennessee at home, that'll be really nice for them.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go to that game. Did you know?
In Gainesville?
Yeah, I'm going to Gainesville.
Nice.
That's my announcement. January 10th game. I'll be there.
That's awesome. That'll be fun.
But I'm not super worried about them. Obviously.
Okay, good.
Me and Corey Brewer were doing that at the bar the other day.
Brewer's that dude.
I met him and Jeremy Lamb. Great guys.
Nice, that's cool.
Anyways, Florida, that's a Jimmy V classic. With that one, we just mentioned Arkansas. Let's do it. Arkansas and Texas Tech was, to me, exactly what I think we talked about and what I anticipated it to be. It was great shot makers on both sides of the ball, especially in the guards. And it was basically who's going to defend a little better, who's going to make hustle plays down the stretch, and who's going to do the dirty work. And that was Arkansas. This is what I said last week on the podcast.
I know where you're going.
When they play teams like Louisville, Texas Tech, that are like them, it's talent for talent. They're going to win those games 99, if not 100% of the time. But the Duke, MSU type teams, they will struggle against more. Now, that being said, they defended very, very well. Malik Thomas wasn't great, but Darius Acuff was amazing. Trevor Brazile was awesome. And, dude, this Billy Richmond, I got to be honest, he might be in my top 3 favorite players in the country. He is unbelievable. I absolutely love him. Like,
the numbers are never great, but they don't have
so
to be.
good.
He does everything.
Well, how about these numbers? Ready for their game against Texas Tech?
Sure.
He had 6 points, 4 assists, 3 boards, 2 steals, 0 turnovers.
In 18 minutes of play.
Shooting 20%, 1 for 5.
And he hit big free
and
throws.
he was one of the most important players on the floor.
I know.
That says it all. He's the best. I love him.
Everything that you talked about and we talked about last week with Arkansas came true in this game. I think we made the joke the other night when we were together, like not a single offensive set was run in this game.
Nope. Let the boys hoop.
It was just balling.
Let the boys hoop.
And like Texas Tech didn't turn the ball over a lot, so it wasn't so much like turnovers that led to transition, but Arkansas would grab a board and just go. And they are close to unbeatable when they get in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, tempo-wise, not
right,
score-wise.
They play fast. They have really talented guys who are explosive, like Darius and Malik and etc. Carter Knox is really good in that game. Yep. They're also super big and athletic. Like Malik Ewan stepped up, made some good big plays, but Trevor Brazile was unbelievable.
He did everything too,
and he's been so much more consistent than he ever has in his career this year. Him taking this jump is huge, as well as the freshman being awesome. I like this is so similar to a classic Cal Kentucky team that you're like they can win the national championship.
It's funny. What is this episode 12 of this?
Every
maybe?
week I say this.
You say classic Cal. I mean but it's the right roster construction. And what I really appreciate about him, because I think people are like, oh, he doesn't coach. This is his style. He lets them play.
Let the boys hoop.
He gets guys and he lets them play.
Go watch the 2012 AD team. Like, they were. It was so easy for them because they were so good. Yeah, they're so much better than everybody. This is obviously a little tougher. They won't win. They won't win a national championship playing like this, but they can damn well win the SEC.
They're really good.
They won't get a 1 seed either because they have some losses. They will lose some SEC games. Yeah. Matt, if they're like a 2 seed, I got to be honest. I will say this. If they're a 2 seed, I'd be terrified to play them if I was a 3 or 4 or whatever. But if I was a 7 or 10, I'd love it.
Yeah.
Because you can take them out of their game.
Playing style.
Or if I'm a 15.
Speaking of taking them out of their game, we are going to see them in person on Saturday against a team, Houston, which is like the quintessential type of team that should give this team fits.
Right. They should win the game by 8, and there should be a lot of missed shots from Arkansas' side. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, let's see.
They're on fire. Let the boys hoop. When they got momentum, those let the boys hoop type of players, they start hooping.
That game's going to be really good.
Let's go.
That's
Cheap tickets,
really
too. Cheap. Texas Tech side of things, not great, but again,
JT Toppin, Christian Anderson.
Dude, I mean, they just need more from someone else. Ready?
There's nobody else.
30 and 11. If I have this right, 30 and 11 from JT Toppin.
26 and 11 from Christian Anderson.
Right, and that was 11 boards. 26 and 11 assists and 4 boards from Christian Anderson. They both shot 64 and 69 and 59% from the field. They were amazing. But Tyree Bryan, 8 points. Lawan Watts has not been good enough to shoot in the ball. He had 8 points also and 5 assists. Jalen Petty, 8 points. Donovan Atwell, 6 points. They played 6 guys.
I was going to say that JT and Christian played 40 minutes.
I know that they're banged up. Luke Bamboy's out. They're missing a couple other front court guys. I understand that. It doesn't matter who's healthy. You can't play 6 guys and beat a top 10 team in the country. And that's what Arkansas is right now.
Ryan, hold some thoughts on them. They're on the panic meter soon.
I want to still talk about them. Okay. I do like them. I still hold my stock in them. I had them at like number 5 in the country.
It's a dropping stock.
Yeah, I feel like kind of like with Florida a little bit.
Yep.
Where I'm like, they're losing games versus really good teams. They don't look bad. Like JT Toppin scoring 30 and Christian Anderson scores 26. Great. You should win every game. Like that's the idea. They're going to play close to 40 minutes no matter who's healthy every game. That's the Grant McCasland and the Texas Tech way with this roster. They can't play 6 guys. They just can't do it. They can't play 6 guys and beat teams in the Big 12 at the top. They can't do it.
It's roster construction. You got to have other guys that can play.
Yeah, Lawan Watts is
but you can't have only 8 guys on your roster that can play on an SEC team or a Big 12 team.
No, that's a good way to put it.
You have to have more guys, and if you don't, go get them.
Yeah, that's a good point. One other thing, by the way, about Cal, I don't know where the quote exactly is. I do want to bring this up. He was talking after the game about, I don't know how, I didn't watch the whole press conference or anything, but he got in talking about transfers getting paid, and he said when you coach pros, you take them, you grab them by the shirt, you move them, you say, I'm paying you to do what I'm telling you to do, so you're going to go right here. College guys, it wasn't like that, but now it is. Yeah. So it feels like maybe he's getting more motivation out of his guys than he has in the last few years. like the Oscar Tshiebwe team that lost to St. Peter's.
Yeah.
Like stuff like those kind of teams, like were good, but like it's like, oh wow, they are flopping a lot. Maybe that's a big point.
Are
of
you
it.
saying that Cal maybe still has it? That's so weird, Ryan.
course
I
he
thought he
does.
was done.
No, I don't know if you're quoting me.
You're
not quoting me.
People out there are like,
This
oh,
is a-
Cal.
This is a pro John Calipari podcast.
You don't have to tell me twice,
Guy
buddy.
rocks.
You don't got to tell me twice.
Again, they probably won't win the national championship.
So what?
But I would love to see them play deep into March. They were a 10 seed and almost went to the Elite Eight last year. This was a Sweet 16 rematch.
Yeah.
And it felt like a Sweet 16 game.
I actually think we're going to learn a lot about them on Saturday.
Yeah, I completely agree. Oh, I can't believe we're going to be there. We're
Yeah.
sitting mid-court, like 8th row or something.
8th row. You cheaped out on us? I'm kidding.
The tickets were cheap.
Kidding.
You know what? I'm going to Venmo you request you after this for it. Other games we want to get into, definitely get into Arizona-Bama real fast. Arizona's good. That's what I have to say.
And it's a different guy every game.
Braden Burries.
Yeah.
Dude, he went on this one spurt of, I think it was like from 15 to 10 in the second half. He had steal, big lob assist to Toby Waka, transition 3, deep tough 2, another transition 3.
Yep.
He ended up with like 28 points. He was unbelievable. This was the Braden Burries game. And he, like, Koa Pete, you already thought you had this dynamic freshman talent. Now you got 2 of them. And Dwayne Aristode's been solid in now too. Like, they are a problem.
Yep.
I so
Really good.
severely underrated them in the preseason. I was like, I just don't know if their freshmen are going to be good enough and Jaden Bradley's going to be good enough.
He's been so when Jaden Bradley, by the way, didn't score a ton the other day. 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 turnover.
He's awesome. He's what you need.
Yeah, he keeps them.
He's
going.
like
He
what
like
Tristan
keeps them.
Newton did before in his first year at UConn when they won the national
He like
championship.
keeps them going. He keeps them on the right ship. He
Keeps them
keeps the
steady.
pace at a certain way.
He
Like
keeps him steady.
yeah, he's really good.
This Arizona team reminds me of like was it one of the Gonzaga teams, like maybe 2019, I forget. It might have been Rui's team in 2019, but remind me a lot of them of playing fast. They're physical. They have premier talent, and they have underrated guard play, and their freshmen are awesome.
Is this like a throwaway game for Bama, you think?
I mean, what do you do? What do you like?
Phylon was good, right cell was good, that was it.
It's.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much you can do if you're on Alabama's POV.
So,
like,
so it's a throwaway game.
yeah, there's
Burn
been
the tape, don't watch it.
there's been. Well, no, Nate knows to watch the
That's
tape.
a saying.
I know.
Ryan.
There has been a lot of blowouts this year from top teams. Michigan kicked the shit out of Gonzaga, who's now
yeah.
number 2 in KenPom, I just realized.
Yep.
Arizona beat the crap out of Auburn. If you're Alabama, you look at Auburn, you say, okay, we did better than them, and that's a good start. So, I don't know. I don't think it's a problem. They've been kicking the shit out of everybody, so it's kind of just is what it is. I think Alabama is going to be just fine. This is part of them playing their super tough schedule.
Yep.
You agree?
I agree.
Kansas, NC State. Thoughts? We talked about Darryn Peterson before. Kansas wins the game in overtime. Melvin Council, 36-piece.
The Melvin Council game. He
was
took
really
a lot
good.
of shots to it. He was pretty
He had
good.
to.
He hit almost 50% of them.
He was unbelievable. He
was great.
He was great.
Yeah, this isn't sustainable for them long term, but I'm really happy. I think, again, just kind of thinking a lot about in this episode how we talked about stuff in the past. Like, you and I both sat here and said, at some point this year, Kansas will be top 10. I don't think we ever thought that would happen without Darryn Peterson, but they're going to be pretty close in this week's poll.
Yeah, they are. NC State's not a team that was ranked. They probably won't get many points for that. It was on the road, which is good, but like, there's you watch Kansas, and there's something missing for sure between them and those top 8 to 9 teams in the country, 10-ish. Like, talk about Alabama. I have zero worry about Alabama being Alabama. I don't think Kansas is as good as them, and I don't think they deserve to be ranked as high as them, whether they're beating teams that are lesser than them or not. I like that Melvin Council is going off. They need that. We've talked about this for when Darryn Peterson comes back. It's better for offensive balance. I just, something's missing. I just don't think they're good enough to be with that group yet.
They keep winning.
They have Big 12 play to really prove that.
Yeah.
And if Darren's healthy, who knows? NC State side,
Worried.
wildly inconsistent they have been.
I'm worried.
Shooting the ball, they've been really inconsistent. Defensively, rotations, they're just missing little things that is very unlike a Will Wade team and like the guys they have. And it really felt like they were going to win that game at one point, too.
Yeah, especially at home.
Darren Williams was shooting.
Great crowd, by the way. Good stripe
stripe
out.
out.
Yeah.
Darren Williams was shooting awful. Then he hit like 3 huge shots
The
late
one,
in the second half.
The one with, what was it, 20 seconds left or whatever it was?
You could feel everyone in the crowd,
Yeah.
like, this game's over. They're going to win this game. And then they just didn't. Like, they just didn't. I don't even know what it was realistically. They just didn't.
I'm looking really quick and like I'm just looking at the list of guys and I'm thinking about this year. Trey Holloman hasn't been good enough. Paul McNeil hasn't been good enough. Hasn't taken that step. Matt Abel hasn't been good enough.
No.
Like, it's just not clicking. I hope they figure it out. They are as close to friends of the podcast as you can get.
Yeah, we're not like listen. We want to see people that we know well and we like as people succeed, but we're not going to be biased and be like, I'm going to root for them to beat everybody because, like, I personally at least, I throw biases away when I watch games.
Yeah.
I would love to see guys succeed in the grand scheme of things. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm watching games. We know. I know too many people.
Arsenault scoring 3 points a game. I know he wasn't brought there to score, but like, getting a little involved.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just.
I'm concerned.
Yeah, so am I. We'll probably put him on. I'll throw on the panic meter real fast.
Okay.
Another game I want to touch on real fast. Murray State against Akron.
Well, go ahead, Ryan.
Simply because two of the best mid-majors in the country. I love both of them. I think we both do. 115 to 110 W for Murray State in regulation. It actually is insane the amount of points that both these teams were able to put up. One is crazy. 1.4 and 1.22 points per possession for each of those teams. They shot 39% from 3. That was Akron. And then, what did they shoot? 56% Murray State shot from 3. They shot 18 of 32 from 3. I love both of them. They can light it up. Love Lane Taylor. I think he was a Central Arkansas transfer from Murray State. Tavari Johnson and Akron have a couple of shooters also on their team. But Murray State, to me, right now looks like the best team I would pick to win the MVC right now. Illinois State's been getting better, even though they lost to Utah State this week in a tight one. Northern Iowa's been really good. Belmont's been awesome.
That's the one.
Belmont's been really good. Bradley's, you can't count out Brian Wardle and Bradley.
It's really good this year.
I like Murray State.
Yeah.
They're the most dangerous team for the tournament, I think.
Belmont, but yeah, sure.
I just think the way they play, too, is beneficial for a tournament potential dangerous run.
Sure. They're both really good.
Very fun. I had to mention that. We love mid-major ball.
Yep.
Any other games you want to mention before we get into the rest of it?
No, but I have 3 mid-majors, if you mind. I could just take the floor and give you some highlights on them
Sure.
while we're there.
What should we call this? The mid-major highlight spotlight?
Mid-major Monday.
Mid-major minute, even though it's going to be a couple minutes.
Mid-major like 3 minutes.
Yes.
All right, ready, Ryan?
Yeah.
Number 1, Hofstra.
Oh, the Pride.
Yep, the Pride. Coming off win at the Carrier Dome. They also started the week with an 80-73 win at Pitt, by the way.
Yes.
They don't do anything great, but they do everything really, really good. Cruz Davis dropped 36 at Pitt. Top 20 leading scorer in the country, Ryan.
Wow.
20.8 points per game.
That's crazy.
It is Speedy Claxton's 5th year at his alma mater.
Claxton.
Ryan,
Legends.
did you know that last year was the only time in Speedy Claxton's 5 years that Hofstra finished outside of the top 120 in KenPom?
I definitely did not know that.
Well, now you know. They're 109 right now, looking really good. 2 ACC wins under their belt in 1 week.
They're not bad.
They never are.
I don't think they're great, but they're not bad.
They're probably the CAA favorite on paper with Wilmington.
Wilmington's nice.
Wilmington's
Can't count out
nice.
my Mammoth Hawks.
Nope, never.
If you count them out, then you're dead to me.
Does that mean I don't get to go to the block anymore?
Yes, that's
Then-
exactly what
then
it means.
I-
You can't, dude. They're friends of the program for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Go Monmouth.
CAA. I want to see KenPom favorites. Wilmington is number 1. Hofstra's
They're
really
right
close.
there.
William and Mary and Towson too.
Yep.
William and Mary's been really good.
Towson was the preseason favorite.
Towson's nice.
Yep.
Yeah, good. It'll be a good conference battle. They're
Hofstra,
good.
Ryan, not the only mid-major to knock off 2 ACC teams this week, though.
Who's the other one?
The other one is UMass.
Oh, wait, they beat FSU. Who else they
They
beat?
beat BC.
Oh, I guess that counts.
They're in the ACC,
That
Ryan.
does
I don't
count.
make the rules. That's just how it goes.
That counts.
By the way, low-key, extremely passionate fan base on Twitter.
BC?
No, heck no.
Well, did you see the?
Yeah, that was funny.
Talk about it after. Go ahead.
That was funny.
UMass.
Should have put it in news and
Have
notes.
you seen the UMass reindeer?
No.
He's a fan I know on Twitter.
Okay. There are a lot of UMass basketball fans on Twitter. They have some history.
There's something in the water up there.
Well, Calipari coach there.
Yeah, but between UMass, like Providence, there's something going on up there. Fans
Anyway,
are crazy
I
up there.
see you, Minutemen fan base. They're sloppy. They play with a ton of tempo, 13th highest in the country on KenPom. Coached by none other than Frank Martin.
He's legend.
He's
dude.
just a legend.
That guy rocks.
He's a legend. Really transfer-heavy team. They have a kid who was really good at UMBC last year. They opened the MAC conference play this week at home against a really good Kent State team. Kent State fans
yes.
also won't leave you alone.
Really?
I've noticed that in the Instagrams.
I did not notice
a lot of golden flash. A lot of golden flashes. Anyway, UMass 2 ACC wins this week. Ryan, this is my favorite one.
Wait, can we go back to the Earl Grant thing real quick?
Yeah, real quick.
Just real fast.
Yeah.
Earl Grant, the head coach at Boston College, well, for now, head coach at Boston College tweeted, AJ DeBanza, one of them ones. And then he got ratioed with more replies than likes. Someone said, why isn't he playing for his hometown school? Earl Grant says, if you're not at every home game at Conti, I don't want to hear from you. That was completely irrelevant. He said, why isn't he playing for his hometown school? He said, if you better be at every home game.
Somebody told him what players to start.
Yeah, and then someone said, maybe more students would show up if we didn't get outcoached by Central Connecticut State at home, Earl. And then also,
hey, they beat Rutgers too. That's
sorry,
nice.
that guy who that was a different guy. The one who replied initially. Wait, this is different replies. That's one reply. I'm all over the place. Another guy replied and said, "What the hell is the point of this tweet, bro?" About the AJ DeBanza one. And then he said the same thing. If you're not at every game at Conti, don't want to hear from you. He said, I'm literally at every game and it hurts, man. And then he said, keep them coming.
I can't stop laughing. By the way,
starting five tomorrow should go as Payne, Stager, Shaw, Kapke, Hastings.
By the way,
and he said, won't matter. And then Earl Grant said, makes a difference.
By the way, you might be right. There's something in the water up there. This is crazy town.
Oh, yeah, BC.
This is crazy.
Yeah, New England college basketball fans are crazy.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Okay. This one's a little bit different geographically.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. One of my favorite. The WCC, Ryan, rightfully gets a lot of love. But
yes.
How about Utah Valley out of the WAC? The WAC. Ryan, the number 36 defense in the country.
They're
Utah
nice.
Valley. They held a really good UC Santa Barbara team to 53 points this weekend. They have 3 straight Ken Pom top 160 wins. Their second leading scorer, by the way, is a UCF transfer named Tyler Kendricks.
I know he is.
Shoots 5 threes a game, 54%.
And do you know who his brother is?
Lance Kendricks.
2022 or 3 lottery pick Taylor Hendricks, who they're twins. They went to UCF together. He's not as good. He redshirted, played 2 years, and he transferred. So his brother's in the NBA.
Yeah, no big
UCF.
deal. He could shoot. Shout out to Coach Todd Phillips and the squad, and I believe Orem, Utah. You might have a whole Utah road trip to go to soon.
Utah Valley would be sick. They're very good. Their defense is good. Jackson Holcomb is a beast.
Mm-hmm.
And they are in a 7-team conference.
Yep.
7 teams in the WAC this year, so they damn well better get to the tournament.
I would not want to.
They have like a waiver, I think.
Would not want to play that defense in the tournament.
No, normally they. I feel like they're going to end up, because their conference being like a 14 seed, that teams kind of look at and they're like, people look at their brag. It's either going to be one way or another. That's how it always goes. 14 seeds are wacky. It's either you look at them and you're like, dude, this is the team this year, and they get their ass kicked, or it's like they're a 14, Utah Valley played nobody, don't care, and then they win, and you're like, why did that happen? That's what SF Austin did when they were, I think, in the WAC.
I just want you to know that I almost always make sure to pick a 14 seed to win. I never get it right, even if one of them do.
Yeah,
win.
why not?
Well, that's what it's for.
People get mad about the brackets.
You go all. You're an all chalk guy, so it's fine.
Last year I was.
Well, you happen to be right, so I'll give you
it works.
For that
no,
year.
I'm a pro upset in my bracket.
Anyway, this is a pro mid-major podcast. I want to make sure we give some shine when appropriate. Conference play about to start for all these mid-majors, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Indeed it will. All right, let's do schedule. Actually, let's do panic meter and my voice cracked. Panic meter and excitement scale.
I heard it.
I'm struggling. I'll be honest.
I heard
panic meter, excitement scale, and then let's do schedule for the week, and then Q&A. And we're out of here. Okay. Let's start with the panic meter as I pull up the team sheet to make sure that I get it accurate. The NC State Wolfpack back on the panic meter. They lost to Kansas in overtime at home this week. Darryn Peterson was hurt the rest of the way. They also played Liberty and won by 40.
Liberty.
Last week, I don't remember what I said and what you said.
I don't
but
either. Man, 7.
Anything on top of that?
We just talked about them. I'm worried.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel
there's no consistency.
I feel like they're going to be a team that's like an 8 seed or 7 seed in March that you're like, I'd really rather not play.
How are they going to be an 8 or a 7?
They're just going to clean through the ACC, but they probably won't do that.
I don't think that's going to happen.
So, all right, but even if they're a 10 or 11 and they get into the tournament,
I mean, I wouldn't want to play them.
They're the last 10 or double-digit seed I'd want to play.
It worries me that there's a realistic thing they could be a 10 or 11 seed. That's not good.
That's a good point because they were top 25 to start the year.
I am a 7.
You're a 7?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I'm going to go with you at 7.
Okay.
That's actually where I was at.
Okay.
I wasn't going to say 6.
I thought you were.
We're grown-ups here. We're
Okay.
grown-ups here. Texas Tech, after the loss to Arkansas by 7, it was a really good game. It was a neutral site in Texas. It felt like an Arkansas home game.
Why don't you lead this one off?
I do want to, just real fast, they are 7-3. They've lost to Illinois, Purdue, and Arkansas. They have beaten Wake Forest and LSU. I am at a 5 for them because it sucks that I've completely accepted they cannot challenge for a national championship, and they're going to be a Big 12 dark horse now instead of a potential favorite. But that's okay. I still think that they're well built, like they were last year, to succeed in the tournament. So I'm at a 5.
Yeah, 4.5. Think they're probably going to like that dark horse title for a little bit. So
Yeah, and last year it kind of felt like that fit them well.
it usually does fit Grant McCasland teams. And
Yeah.
anybody want to play against JT Toppin or Christian Anderson in March?
In March? Hell no. Hell no.
So yeah, I'm really not that concerned.
Okay. Wisconsin Badgers, they lost to Nebraska by 30 this week. That's the only game they played. They are 7-3. They've lost to BYU by 28, TCU by 11, and Nebraska by 30. They have beaten Providence and Marquette and Northwestern. I'm at an 8.5 for Wisconsin because they are not going to be in the tournament, I don't think.
I have a statement to make. Never thought they were good.
Yeah, but no one ever thinks that they're actually good. But
No,
they're always
I
decent.
never. No.
You think they'd be this bad?
The roster's not good.
You think they would lose to Nebraska by 30? Well, Nebraska,
Don't do that to Nebraska.
Sorry.
That's not fair.
Sorry.
That's not fair. I'm at a 7, but I could easily just say 5 because I never thought they were going to be good anyway.
Okay, that's fair, though. 5.
Fine, 5.
That's fair. No, it's fair. Last one we'll do for the panic meter this week. Not a lot of teams to panic on.
No, that's good.
Like at a
That's
crazy
good.
level. Indiana. They start off the year 7-0 against bad teams. They are now 8-3. They just lost to Kentucky by 12. They looked pretty dead in the water in that game, to be completely honest. And then they lost to Minnesota. They have lost to Louisville, and they beat Penn State. Where are you at after that one?
Probably like a 5.5. If Indiana won this game, Kentucky would be a 32 on the panic meter.
Yes, they would be toast.
I think Indiana will be fine in Big Ten play. I mean, they have 0. There is no out of conference resume here. It's over.
Yeah, it's not good.
Marquette and Kansas State. That's it.
It's not good.
That's it. And like you have said this before,
it's not
the
good.
committee does not like that.
No, I'm gonna go with. What'd you say?
I think I said 5.5, but I wish I went higher.
I was gonna say 8
Yeah, I wish I went higher.
because to me, they were pushing top 25 status. They were ranked at one point, I legit thought they were good.
I'll up it to a 6.5.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Me too.
I'm worried. Let's do excitement scale.
Yeah, that was
On a more positive lens.
a more positive lens.
Why don't we start with the Huskers of Nebraska
I'll
ball?
start.
They have the longest winning streak in the country at 15, dating back to last year. They are 11-0, and they just won at Illinois.
I'll start. I was an 8 last week. I'm a 9 this week. Go Nebraska.
I am at a 7.5.
No, it's not high enough.
Just to fuck around with you a little bit and not go to 8. I'm just kidding. I'll go 7.5 because I think they're definitely good. They have proven that they are a top 25 team and better as of right now. I think when things settle out into Big 12 play, they play Michigan State, they play Michigan,
They're
etc.
not in the Big 12.
Big 10, same thing, whatever. They play the Big 10 schedule, Michigan State, Michigan, etc. I think things will settle out to a point where they play 31 games in the regular season, where they win 23, 24 games, and they did beat a lot of bad teams, but they didn't do great against the elite teams. And it's kind of like, okay, they're like a back-end top 25 team, which is great for them. I'm not trying to
I don't want to
slam
hear
them.
your logical stuff about
I'm giving
Nebraska.
logic about the Huskers. They look great.
9.
They're so fun to watch. They're so easy to root for. I give it a 7.5. I want to keep seeing it. I want to keep seeing it. Next up, let's go to Arkansas. They are up to, where are they at on KenPom?
20-something.
25. They should be higher.
Yep.
They're 8-2. They just beat Texas Tech, and they looked great in one of the most enjoyable games of the year in Dallas. They've lost to Duke and Michigan State, but they beat in Texas Tech and Louisville. Where are you at with Arkansas?
We've talked a lot about them in this podcast, so I will save all the talking. I am at a 9 on Arkansas. I am really pumped about them.
I'm at a 7 because I was very high on them to start the year.
You were.
This is what I expected. This is exactly what I expected at the beginning of the year. I got nervous right away that I was like, I don't know if we're going to get that. We're seeing it. I'm confident.
Really excited. We're seeing them on Saturday.
confident.
Maybe that's an extra 0.5 I got.
If they beat Houston, they're going to be a 10.
Yep.
Although it could be worries for Houston. Also, next up on the excitement scale, another SEC team. We're going to go to Georgia. The 5th fastest team in the country. It feels like the fastest when you watch them. They're 9-1. They lost to Clemson in overtime. They beat FSU by 34, and they beat Cincy, who is a good defensive team, by 19. They dropped 84 on them. They've scored 100 4 times this year in regulation games.
May I real quick tangent? Wes Miller's in trouble.
He's in trouble.
In Cincinnati.
Keep it positive here.
Keep it positive. Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it mean if I just say like a 4?
I was going to say 4.
I haven't played
Damn.
anybody.
They haven't played anybody except for Clemson. They lost, even though it was overtime. They're going to play Western Carolina, West Georgia, LIU before they get Auburn, Florida, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Arkansas,
I mean, I
etc.
do love me some pace, and the Ken Pom thing is just green.
They're fun.
Green.
They're fun.
like
It's
it.
just like they have proven nothing to me yet.
Nope, I do like Mike.
But they're much better than I thought they would be already.
Yep.
I didn't think they'd be this good offensively and be able to push it like this. So you got to give them credit for something, right?
Yep.
Okay. Arizona,
10.
obviously number 1 in the country. They just beat Alabama by 21.
10.
10?
They are a national title contender.
Oh, they already were.
Bona fide.
The Alabama game brings me to like an 8 because I don't like. We already knew they were a title contender. The Braden Burries thing is what I'm most excited
Do
about.
you want to know what I really think, Ryan? You shouldn't put the number 1 team in the country on the excitement meter.
Well, I'm excited.
They're a 10.
Okay, I have them an 8 because going into the week I was like they're a title contender. No shit.
And
They
and
beat
now
Alabama by more than I anticipated they would, and I'm like, okay, they're really Braden Burries is really good.
10.
Okay, that's I can put whoever I want on the excitement scale.
You can.
It's my scale.
It's
Sponsored by me.
It's your scale.
It's my scale, sponsored by me. I want to put another team on here who has had some losses lately. Clemson Tigers, 30th in KenPom. They have an early loss to Georgetown, but they beat Georgia in overtime. They lost to Alabama in Tuscaloosa when they were up by a good margin for a lot of that game. They lost by 6, and then they lost on the buzzer beater against BYU and MSG. They were up by 20 at halftime. Where's your excitement for Clemson right now?
This is a really tough one
Yeah,
because we said this earlier. Brad Brownell teams always fly under the radar.
always.
They're always a pain to play against.
Excuse me.
Unfortunately, the ACC is really bad this year.
Yeah.
I'm at like a 2.5 on Clemson.
Ooh, that's low.
I know. I'm sorry.
But they're not winning games.
Clemson.
They're not winning games, so it's part of it.
Do you know their chant?
No idea.
CLEMSON.
I don't like that.
Okay.
When they just schools just like spell their.
Well,
everyone does that.
Oh, they make an O. Get it? Oh.
It's great. Good for them. Everyone does all like the UCONN, UConn, but they say it 3 times, so maybe that's why it's better for them.
Yeah. I hope I'm wrong.
You said 2.5.
Yeah.
I can be honest. I was gonna say 3.
You made it seem
But my
so
reasoning
low.
is a little different. They just need like. I put them on here because I wanted to see where you were at. They need to win games. They
Yeah.
haven't beaten anybody good. They lost to Georgetown also.
Yep.
They beat West Virginia and Georgia, which are like maybe okay wins. Even their next few games, South Carolina, Cincy, Syracuse, Pitt, SMU, Notre Dame, BC, Miami, like NC State, Georgia Tech, Pitt. Like this is a terrible schedule.
Yeah.
They should win every game. All of those, but they're not going to.
Nope, they won't.
So, I don't know. I feel okay about them, but we'll see. All right, that's going to do it for excitement scale. Let's do schedule and then Q&A, all right?
Great.
Schedule for this week, your homework for college basketball to watch this week as the holidays roll around. Notice the lights, by the way. Did you notice when you walked in?
Christmas.
Yes. Tuesday, you have Louisville at Tennessee, ETSU at North Carolina.
You can't help yourself.
Friend of the program, they've been good, though.
They have
They
been
did
good.
lose the game this
All right.
weekend. They shouldn't have lost, but they've been pretty good. Why not? Butler at UConn, and then on Wednesday, you have Vandy at Memphis, USF at Alabama. That's the Chris Youngblood special. Arizona State at UCLA. Thursday, you have Illinois State at SIU. They're opening up MVC play, baby. Friday, you got Washington at Seattle. Can we just stop for a second there?
Yeah.
Washington at Seattle in that little-ass gym
Seattle low-key good.
on Friday night. I love that they're doing that, though.
Yeah, me too.
We don't see big schools, power schools, go to the small local rivals. I love that.
I love that Washington is, Ryan, ready for this? Sprinkling in a game like that.
Okay. Saturday, St. John's versus Kentucky and Ohio State versus North Carolina in back-to-backs. You also have Liberty versus Dayton, Colorado State, Utah State, and Mountain West play, Houston, Arkansas, which we will be at, Maryland, UVA, Auburn, Purdue, and Indy, Duke versus Texas Tech and MSG, and San Diego State versus Arizona.
What a weekend.
Whew, I'm out of breath. You got anything for the sicko schedule for
Well, real
everybody?
quick, St. John's, Kentucky, I think is a very important game for both of those teams.
Loser #sucks.
Loser goes home.
Loser goes home, I guess.
Winner needs it.
Winner
Goes
home happy.
Winner goes home happy.
Loser.
They're both. It's a neutral site game, so they're both going home.
Oh, everyone goes home no matter what. Loser doesn't go home.
Loser stays.
Loser stays in the hotel rest of the year.
Loser stays. Sicko schedule. I'll rattle these off. We're gonna have a double. We're gonna have a double up on teams.
Okay.
Wednesday, Kennesaw State at Middle Tennessee State, who's pretty good. Seattle, big week.
Oh, let's go.
Big week. Seattle at UC Davis.
Nice.
Out of the Big West. This is probably the best game by metrics on this schedule. North Texas at Santa Clara.
Let's go.
Yes. Thursday, a really big game to open up MVC play. Drake at Murray State.
MVC play starting gets me sexual.
Well, the next game I really like because there's all these conference games happening. And then, oh, wait, Belmont's going to play UC Irvine.
Ooh, wait, why? In the middle of MVC opening up, they're crazy for that.
Love that game so much.
They're crazy for that.
I'll give you the floor for one quick game.
University of San Diego at UC San Diego. Two friends of the program. I spent some time out there in the summer. Both good people out there.
I like San Diego.
UC San Diego is a problem.
I think San Diego. One of the San Diegos
I'll
is going
take
to win.
the trade. That's not fair.
San Diego.
I'll take San Diego State to win that game. Keep going.
You're welcome, San Diego. Marshall at Troy. Troy buzzer beater
Good game.
the other night. Kent State at UMass.
You mentioned this
Almost
one.
like
Yeah,
I
that's a
mentioned
good
that one. That's an exciting one. Quinnipiac at Hofstra.
But you don't put Quinnipiac at Monmouth on Wednesday?
I did not put. I'm sorry.
That's kind of
I just need to start adding Monmouth to the
Just messing around.
calendar.
Keep going.
And another team that you've already mentioned, Southern Illinois, the Salukis.
Yeah.
At Bradley and Jaquan Johnson.
Yeah, we got a great slate again this week. The games are lightening up. This is what happens after the MTEs. You have like another week of good weekends and like Jimmy V and stuff, and then it's really light through the holiday, and then the new year things boom kick up. So watch your college basketball. Also enjoy your time with family for the holidays. Don't forget to do that.
Yep. All right, Ryan, I got 3 quick Q&A for you.
I'm gonna close my computer.
Close your computer.
I
I'm
always
going
do
to
that.
close mine too because these are actually on my phone. Please continue. Thank you for asking all these on Instagram. You could go to Ryan, to me, to the Blue Blooded, at Blue Blooded Pod, everywhere we are.
Everywhere.
The first one is honestly a bit obscure, but it was such a good ball knower call out, I had to ask it. Are you ready for this, Ryan?
No.
Ryan Johnson. Ryan, did you know that South Alabama has a 19.5% three-point differential? Or percentage, excuse me.
Wait, they shoot 19.5% from three?
Or 8-3. I'm actually realizing now that I misread this question. I think what he's saying is that South Alabama shoots 20% worse from three than all the teams they've played.
Okay. You want me to confirm that for you?
Yeah, how are they 8-3 is this question.
Because you said I did not
I know,
take it like that.
I misread it. Sorry, Ryan Johnson. I thought they shot 20%
I know
for a
that they're
second.
good. They're a nasty team.
I thought they shot 20% for a second, and I said, this is a very valid question.
No, they're shooting.
Yeah, that's what it is.
This is.
They can't defend the three.
No, they can. Am I in the right year?
Go into KenPom for a second.
I'm looking at their stats.
But you can look at 3-point offense and
35%.
defense.
They shoot 35%. And sorry, I'm not near the mic. They shoot 35%, and their opponents shoot 31%. That's not like that big of a difference.
Oh, well, I'm just sorry. Well, Ryan planted a bad question then.
Well, you gave a bad question.
No
Sorry,
offense. Ryan. But shout out South Alabama. They are good. They did just North Texas shot
Maybe
45
it's
threes against them, by the way.
45?
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. Let me see this real fast. The volume. Okay, that's the problem. Oh, that's the problem. It's in volume.
Okay.
It's a great question. They shoot 19.5 threes a game. Teams shoot 39 against them.
Okay.
That's 365th.
He had a percentage on there. I think he didn't mean the percentage.
365th in the country, dead last in how many threes they allow teams to take, but they're holding them to 31%. So if you do your NATO's quick analytics points per possession type of math right there from three, I don't know what it is, but that's actually analytically beneficial if teams are shooting so much, but they shoot like right around a little above average.
Yeah, Ryan, get your punctuation. Not you, Ryan Johnson. Get your punctuation right. But
great question.
Great question.
I do apologize. Great question.
Yes, great question.
I had to take my computer off that one.
That's okay. Okay. Question number 2 from Chase Troyer. We've kind of talked a little bit about this.
NEBRASKETBALL.
Are there any teams? That would be a good answer. Are there any teams outside of the AP Top 12 that you think are realistic title contenders?
If I would have saw more of Texas, Arkansas is the one team that just keeps going on my brain. It's crazy to think that they're title contenders. I would have to put them in the group. Their ceiling is fantastic. I'd say them. I don't think that Kansas can win the national championship if Darren's healthy. No, I don't think they can.
Not Illinois. We talked about them before.
They were 13. Oh, because he asked because the week 6A people. That's why he asked 12. I'd say Arkansas is the one that comes to mind of any of them. Iowa State, Duke, BYU, Gonzaga, Michigan, they're all in there. Michigan State's in there. I'd probably say Arkansas, if anybody. I don't think Florida can win the national championship, but I'd say Arkansas.
Okay.
And Virginia.
Jacob Heimer, not to be confused with Hammer, I think this is a great question to kind of end the podcast here.
Yeah, I'm exhausted right now. I don't know
As
why.
a fan of defenses, which I assume is noted at you.
Defense appreciator.
What kind of defensive scheme and pressures would you use if Ryan Hammer was the head coach?
Wow, that's a crazy question. Depending on the level, if as a college coach.
Yeah, you're a college, you're a D1 basketball coach.
Because more realistically, I'll probably coach your daughter first.
Okay, well,
we're running a full court press.
She's going to be a ball hawk.
We're going to do a full court press with her.
D1.
The 6-year-old.
You're a D1 coach.
Man, what level? I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I would really try to implement some kind of no middle scheme to just basically just trap corners, keep the ball out of the middle.
Explain the no middle thing for those who might not be aware.
2021 Baylor, you can go back and watch them. You can watch Tony Bennett's run it before. I think Texas Tech ran it with Chris Beard also before that. It's essentially just no middle. You force everything to the corner. You trap things in the corners to not let the ball in. You trap and you slide to cover the paint so that you basically have to force hard skip passes over the top, and then you create a lot of turnovers from that. If you have the personnel, the guards especially, to be able to shift and move that intelligently and quickly, that's what I would go with. That's just where my gut goes. I don't know if I have the will in me to instill a pack line defense. Some kind of blitzing ball screens, trapping high to make guards' life a living hell would be good, because majority of guards in college basketball, point guards, aren't the Jaden Bradleys and Braden Smiths and Rob Wrights and Taman Lipsys and stuff. They're not, most of them. So I would try to trap ball screen on ball screens a lot.
I was gonna ask if you're gonna switch on high ball screens.
It's essentially, blitz is essentially a little bit of a switch at first, and they both come.
Yep.
And then you have someone help and tag the roller a little bit, and you force skip passes over the top, and they make mistakes. That's what Houston does.
First turnovers. Yeah.
So I'd go look at 2021 Baylor, late 2010s Texas Tech. This is a great question. That's why I'm answering.
I know it's a really good question.
Late 2010s Texas Tech. Maybe a sprinkle of Virginia, but also Houston. Even the McNeese defense last year.
Yeah.
Will wait things.
I would just play IU Indy and press all game.
That would be your defensive scheme?
I would 2K8 college hoops, 1-2-1-1 diamond press all game long.
It's funny.
Would my guys be tired? Probably.
IU Indy, you go 12 deep. They're
yeah,
too deep.
That's right.
I think adding some kind of 3/4 court press for if they make a mistake, you're there for the
Speed
ball.
it up.
But it forces teams to wind down the shot clock a little bit, get a little more tired. Because if you play against a guy like LeBaron Philon, right?
Yeah,
Great example.
Yeah.
He's so good. Ball's always in his hands. I'm going to go meet him when he gets the ball. I'm going to make him work for 4 extra seconds.
And hopefully make him pass it.
If I do that 10 times, that's an extra 40 seconds of work and sweat and effort that he's put in. So hopefully he's going to be more tired later in the game.
Yeah. Or hopefully he just passes.
That's what coaches look at. So what do you think actual question. Do you think I'd make a good coach at all or no? As an assistant of some sort?
I don't know yet.
I feel like maybe a GM in the future.
Yeah, I think you'd be more of a face of the program sort of thing.
That's interesting. I think I'd be a good GM. If I take a Woj route, media,
Look,
GM.
I think you know your stuff.
It'd be cool.
These guys are.
They're sickos.
Yeah.
I do think that I have enough knowledge to be on a staff.
Yeah, sure.
But in a limited role, obviously, right now.
The real question is, would you ever want to do that?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
I'd want to do a GM role, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Cool. Take the Woj route, like I said.
You heard it here first. College basketball programs.
I quit. I'm just kidding.
You haven't been offered a job yet.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Well.
No, it's cool, but we'll see. That was a great question. I like that one.
Yeah, me too.
Good choice on that one, too.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all for being here again. Holidays are rolling around. Hope everyone's having happy and healthy. Make sure you shovel your driveways like I did this morning if you're in New Jersey or on the East Coast.
Shout
love
out to
you.
my neighbor Rob, by the way.
Oh, yeah, your bum knee. You couldn't do it?
No.
Did he have a snowblower?
He had a snowblower, and then sicko went to the Giants-Commanders game today.
Oh, that's gross.
Yes.
It's disgusting. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow all over. We're almost at 10K on TikTok, so if you're here, please go follow on TikTok if you don't already. We want to get 10K before the end of the calendar year. Again, leave a review if you're listening on Spotify. I love you all. I appreciate you. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go eat some leftover chicken cutlets and penne vodka. 10 p.m. So,
Deuces.
see ya.